Guys, I hope everyone's doing well. I'm back with another DVD update. We're nearing the end of September. It's almost Halloween time, a great time of year. I know a lot of YouTubers like to post videos about their favorite movies and DVDs to watch around Halloween time. And even though I know it's a little early, I figured I would do one now and get it out of the way. Figured, if I wait a little bit, post it in October, it's just going to get lost in the shuffle with all the other videos being posted about favorite Halloween movies and specials. So, do mine now, get it out of the way, and I figured it'll also give you guys some extra time to pick anything up that you see that you may be interested in checking out. So what I'm going to do is show off 20 DVDs that I absolutely must watch at this time of year. I'll be watching all of these DVDs throughout the month of October. So to get us started, we have a Masters of Horror episode. This is Incident on and Off a Mountain Road. It is the Don Coscarelli episode. It was actually the first Masters of Horror episode to air, and they aired it 3 or 4 days before Halloween. The story itself does not take place on Halloween, but there's just something very atmospheric about it that reminds me of that time of year. And I find myself watching it around this time each year, get me in the mood for the season. So definitely worth checking out. If you guys are Masters of Horror fans, I'm sure you've seen this episode. And if you're not, this is the episode to watch. It'll make you a fan. It's definitely one of the better episodes, one of my favorites. Check it out. Incident on and Off a Mountain Road. Next up, we have Ginger Snaps. Not too sure how many people have seen it. I know a lot of people probably know about it. Same thing, great atmosphere, great autumn feel to it. The color changing leaves and whatnot. This is the collector's edition, widescreen, special features, the whole shebang. Very tough to find now. It's out of print. It's a lot easier to find this version. However, this version is bare bones, full frame presentation, no special features whatsoever. But it's usually pretty cheap, so if you really want to check out the movie, if you can find it, just pick it up. It's worth the money. Great autumn feel. Next, we have a movie that you all should have seen, The Monster Squad. And if you have not seen this movie, do me a favor, stop watching my video right now, turn off your computer, and go buy it, because this is an incredible film. It is a childhood favorite of mine. This is the 2-disc 20th anniversary edition. A lot of people compare it to the Goonies, and I can definitely see that. It's definitely a Goonies-style adventure with monsters. So if you guys haven't seen it, what are you waiting for? Check it out. It's The Monster Squad. Must watch it at Halloween time every year. Haven't watched it since October last year. Cannot wait to put it in my DVD player this year. Next up, we have Donnie Darko. For anyone who has seen this movie, you know Halloween plays a pivotal role in it. Stars Jake Gyllenhaal, Drew Barrymore, who's also an executive producer on the film. Great movie, psychological kind of movie. Really gets you thinking. Some creepy scenes. You got Frank the Rabbit. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to give away too much about it. But as I said, Halloween plays a pivotal role in this movie. If you haven't seen Donnie Darko yet, this is the version to watch first. This is the theatrical edition. It's also the director's cut, which I also own. It runs about 20 to 30 minutes longer. Answers a lot of questions, but also poses some extra questions. So, as I said, if you're a first-timer, check this edition out first. If you like it, move on to the director's cut. But great movie to watch at Halloween time. Next, Pet Sematary. I watch this movie every year at this time. Big reason is AMC always used to play this in their Monster Fest, and I actually haven't seen it on their Monster Fest in about a year or two, so I was pretty disappointed in that. But grew up watching this movie. Pet Sematary 2, as I said, great Halloween scene in the movie. Now, as I said, the last 2 years I haven't seen it actually on TV, so I've had to watch it on DVD. But just something about movies, you can own the DVD to something, but then when it comes on TV, you almost get excited to watch it. You're like, oh, and you get all ready for it like it's a tradition or something, when all you really have to do is just pop in the DVD. I don't know what it is, but I still look forward to it every year coming on AMC, hoping they play it again this year. As I said, the last 2 years, I don't know what they're doing. They're disappointing me. They haven't been playing it. But, worst comes to worst, I guess I'll just pop in the DVD. Next up, we have Mad Monster Party. This is a Rankin Bass classic, as it says there. This is basically the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer for Halloween time. I'm sure pretty much everybody has seen it. Great movie to watch with the family, great for the kids. Definitely check it out if you haven't. And of course, Halloween wouldn't be complete without It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. I'm a huge Peanuts fan. Love Charlie Brown, love Snoopy. With my name being Joe, Joe Cool was always one of those things. I had the shirts with Snoopy on it that said Joe Cool. I had the magnet, so it kind of always fit me. I was always a Snoopy fan because of that. But watch this every Halloween. I watch the Christmas specials at Christmas time. I watch the Valentine specials at Valentine's. Peanuts just has something for everyone, for each holiday. As I said, Halloween would not be complete without watching this, so I'll be watching this very soon with my son. He's a Charlie Brown fan as well, and we'll be watching it pretty soon. Next up, another movie that my son loves to watch, Ernest Scared Stupid. This is one of my favorites as well. Definitely is wacky. One of my favorites growing up at Halloween time. A slapsticky blast. It absolutely is. One of my favorite Ernest films to watch. But you know what? It really does have a great Halloween atmosphere, and it was really made well in that aspect. So good movie to watch at Halloween time. Another movie I'm sure everybody has seen, Hocus Pocus. I know Disney Channel plays this movie like crazy, not even around Halloween time, but throughout the year. So I'm sure everybody at some point has caught this movie, or at least a portion of it. But once again, incredible atmosphere for Halloween time. Probably one of the best Halloween atmospheric movies around. As sick of it as I get sometimes, I still need to watch this every year. So I'll be doing the same this year. Probably won't have to put in the DVD, as I said. I'm sure Disney Channel will have it on at some point. Next up, Trick or Treat. Keep in mind this is Trick or Treat with an O-R. You'll know why I'm saying that in just a few minutes. This is the movie with Gene Simmons, Ozzy Osbourne. Once again, it takes place on Halloween. Well, Halloween plays a pivotal role, as you can see by the title. So you can see this is the edition in the jewel case, so it's a pretty old edition. I also own the clamshell case edition. But good movie as well. Won't say too much about it. Basically about rock music being satanic and whatnot. So check it out. If you're a rock fan, you're a fan of Gene Simmons, you're a fan of Ozzy Osbourne, or if you're just a fan of horror movies, definitely worth checking out. Next, Satan's Little Helper. I remember before this movie came out, I remember reading about it for a good year or two and being so excited for it. Thought it was such a great story, and it really is. But I remember being pretty disappointed the first time I watched it with the acting. I really thought the acting could have been a lot better. But it's still a pretty good movie. It's a good movie to watch at Halloween time. Nice original concept. So check it out if you haven't. Next, one of my favorite horror movies of all time, Night of the Demons. Absolutely incredible. One of the best 80s horror films. I grew up watching this. This is the Anchor Bay unrated version. Incredible. Gore galore, gratuitous nudity, all the goods. But it really is a great, great horror movie. It takes place right on Halloween. Has a great Halloween atmosphere. Great autumn feel to it. Awesome movie. Next is House of a Thousand Corpses. I would hope everybody saw this. It was Rob Zombie's pretty much, breakout film. His first horror film. The Devil's Rejects is the sequel to this film, technically. So, if you're a fan of The Devil's Rejects and you haven't seen this, what are you doing? Check it out. Watch it. Takes place on Halloween. And actually, in this movie, kids are trick-or-treating on the night before Halloween because Halloween falls on a school night. So, good for those parents. They're thinking ahead, I guess. But anyway, as you see the characters on there, I remember this was a blind buy back in the day for me when this came out on DVD. I mean, I can't lie. I heard some good things about it, but whenever I saw the case and I saw, Captain Spaulding there, and I saw all these characters, I was like, wow, this looks pretty interesting. And I bought it right there and then. And at the time it was pretty expensive, I remember too, but I don't know, something about it just really grabbed my attention. Took it home and watched it that night, and I was absolutely blown away. I'm a really, really big fan of this movie. And now, the inevitable, of course, John Carpenter's Halloween. These are in no way in any order. It's not like this is my least favorite out of all of them. I'm just kind of showing them as I go here. The original Halloween, I don't have to say much about it, guys. I know you've all seen it. And if you haven't, I don't even know why you're watching this video right now. No offense, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but come on, guys. This is John Carpenter's classic. Just watch it. Also, Halloween 3. You know, I'm trying to show some different ones, the ones with the best Halloween feel to me. You know, don't get me wrong, I love Halloween too, but most of it takes place in the hospital, so you can barely even tell that it's Halloween night. But Halloween 3, you know, there's no Michael Myers, but it's a great story. I mean, come on, guys. For anyone who's hating on this film because there's no Michael Myers in it, you know, take it for what it's worth. It's definitely a good story, good atmosphere, good acting all around. You know, and you got Tom Atkins here. Tom Atkins, the man. So, Halloween 3, give it a second shot if you don't like it. We got Halloween 4, probably my favorite sequel in the series. I love this edition as well. I love the 4 Michaels on the back. This is the original Anchor Bay release. I own just about every edition of this movie. Then, of course, something I watched last night, Halloween 5. My son's a big fan of Michael Myers, and this is the one he picked out last night, so we watched it. We watched the Big Neck Myers last night. But out of all the Halloweens, I gotta say, this is actually my favorite cover. This was my favorite cover when I was younger. It's just very, very good. I like a whole clown costume, even though she doesn't even wear this costume in this movie. But, you know, still pretty cool. Her and the knife and the mask. Always thought it was an interesting cover. Next, Rob Zombie's Halloween, which I absolutely love. I love his take on the series. And Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, which I love more and more each and every time I watch it. Also own the theatrical edition. They're both pretty different movies. There's some extra scenes and differences and a different ending. So, you know, it's definitely good to have both versions if you only have one of them. Alright, last but certainly not least, the greatest Halloween movie of all time. No offense, John Carpenter. No offense, Rob Zombie. Trick or Treat. It is absolutely the greatest Halloween movie of all time, in my opinion. Not only that, it is my favorite horror movie of all time. One of my favorite films of all time. I absolutely love this movie. I cannot say enough good things about it. It has something for everyone. There's vampires, there's slashers, there's werewolves, there's a ghost story. I mean, there's just everything. You know, you got Sam there. I mean, look at him. I mean, how can you not want to watch this movie? Look at this guy. How creepy is he? Well, some people think he's cute too, so, you know, either way, you know, you think he's creepy, you think he's cute, check it out. Incredible movie. I don't want to say anything about it. I own every version possible of this movie, including this book version right here, which contains the Blu-ray and the DVD. So, I mean, this movie is absolutely incredible. I love it. I cannot say enough good things about this movie. I don't know if anybody knows the backstory with it. It took a long time for this movie to be released. It was finally released on DVD last year. I actually took the day out of work to buy this movie. That's how psyched I was to get this. May sound a little funny, you guys may be laughing at me, but you know what? It's incredible. I would do it again. I was looking forward to seeing this for years, and I was the first one in line at Best Buy, and I grabbed my Blu-ray copy, I grabbed my DVD copy, and I ran home and I watched it. And I was absolutely blown away. I will watch this for years to come on Halloween night. This will be the greatest Halloween movie of all time, in my opinion, and it's going to be very, very tough to beat. So, that's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's any movies you've seen that you've enjoyed just as much as me. If there's anything you haven't seen, you have any questions, let me know. Thanks a lot, guys. Looking forward to your comments. Keep subscribing. I appreciate everything. Thanks.